already getting teary. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the final episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. I am really excited for today's episode, but I'm actually already getting so emotional just thinking about it. I'm so ready to dive into the ending once again and to share my experience with you guys. Before I begin, I just want to say a massive thank you if you have made it here to the final episode with me. I have no words for you. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. Time is the most precious thing that we have, and the fact that you're choosing to watch my videos and to share this special adventure with me, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Final Fantasy IX is my favourite game of all time, and it's really, really special to me, and today, you know, it's really going to come to a head as to why this game is so important to me and so special to me. So if you've enjoyed my commentary along the way and my little stories about growing up with this game, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And, you know, when I started posting these videos, it was just for fun, and it still is just for fun. I'm going to continue with other special games to me, but this one is the most special. And I'm just tickled pink and so excited that there are 100 of you that want to stick around with me. And I know in the realms of YouTube, that's such a small and insignificant number, but it's not to me. You know, I've been an introvert all my life, and I have my little circle of people around me. I couldn't even invite 100 people to my birthday party if I wanted to. You know, I imagine if my house was filled with 100 people who had just come to see me. And that's really special. So thank you so much. I don't know why I'm getting so teary, but you know what? Just thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. You know what? It's time to dive right in. Let's do this. Also, before we begin, you might remember all the way back in episode 2 when I talked about receiving my merchandise and how I was waiting for Freya on back order until April. Well, I'm filming this in early March, and look who decided to arrive just in time to film the ending. You know what, Freya? You knew that this day was coming and you had to be here for it. So I have the whole collection now, which is really, really special, and I'm really grateful to have that. I'm also wearing lots of birds today. I've got my bird earrings on, and I've got my bird shirt. When I saw this shirt, I bought it years ago, but when I saw it, I bought it because it reminded me of Final Fantasy IX, because there's so many nods to birds in the game, as well as in the lyrics to Melodies of Life. So I'm ready to go. Let's do this. All right, get it together, girl. We're not even at the ending yet. All right, let's do this. Let's just do it. Rip the Band-Aid. We've got the final battles to get through first. All right. Let's do it. It's time to face Kuja for the final time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's have a wee squiz at our team. I'm a little bit lower level than I normally would be at this point, but that's okay. We like a bit of a challenge. Alright, let's check our abilities. I'm pretty sure I set up beforehand, but that's okay. We've got all of our defensive capabilities set up. Auto haste, auto regen. Auto regen. I would love auto haste on you, but we just don't quite have enough. I mean, we could take some off for Trance Kuja and put them back on for the final boss, but it's like, what's the point, you know? You might as well have accuracy plus as well. What could you have? I'm not putting auto potion on you. Restores target's HP. Sure. Sure. Whatever. And you're full and you've only got one. Alright. Let's go. I love this game. I love it so much. I can't believe you beat Death, guys. Well, my time is almost up. Time to die, everyone! This version of the boss battle, like, it hits so good. So good. I love it. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna flare you right back, baby. Focus, Vivi, focus. Attack. Eiko, you're on standby. It's music. So good. Gets you so pumped up for the final battle. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Nice hit, Steiner. Nice hit. I think I didn't beat Kuja on my first go, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure. Now we have to be careful because he could put reflect on himself. We have to be very, very careful. I don't think I beat him on my first go. I was much lower level my first showdown with him. It took me a few goes, and then it took me a few goes at the second boss, the final boss. Alright, okay, we need some Kuragas, please. Even though we've all got auto regen, but better to be safe than sorry. Vivi, you focus up. Nice. Oh, so good. None of us are near trance. This is not a good thing. Alright, just wait a second. This song perfectly sums up Kuja's journey. It's a little bit more melancholy here. A little bit more thoughtful. It's so good. And then it builds back up again. Nice lighting. And we're back to evil. No, there is goodness in his heart. There is. I promise. Alright, he's doing Flare Star, so I reckon drop another one, and then, hang on, just wait. I don't like that Eiko and Vivi only have 3,000 apiece, but we're just gonna have to deal. Just wait, because he's gonna pull a Reflect soon, I know he is. Flare his butt. He's like, ugh, that barely tickles. So good. Alright, I want to attack with Vivi, but just wait. 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 I reckon. Let's just wait and see what he does. Yeah. Yeah. Right, focus again. I wonder if... will Steiner's move still hit? Because it's technically still a physical attack. I don't want to give it a try. You just whoop him. Just slash him across the face. Look at Ziding's ultimate weapon. It looks so cool. Poor Steiner, he's getting the brunt of the attacks. Focus again, Beeves. We're gonna wait till that reflect disappears and then just send him blasting off to space. Look at the crystal in the background. It's so beautiful. I'm pumped up now. Yes! Alright, Jesus, Louises. Wow, Steiner has like, oh, we did it. We did that really fast. Ugh, I'm gonna die anyway. I won't have to be afraid anymore. But I'm not gonna die alone. You're all coming with me! Ultima! Yikes. We're goners. We're done. I remember the first time I beat this, I was like, are we dead? Is that it? Did we lose? And I was like, oh, okay, it's the story. Oh, man. What happened to the crystal? Where is this? You stand before the final dimension, and I am the darkness of eternity. Who are you? All life bears death from birth. Life fears death, but lives only to die. It starts with anxiety. Anxiety becomes fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Star Wars reference. The only cure for this fear is total destruction. Kuja was a victim of his own fear. He concluded he could only save himself by destroying the origin of all things, the crystal. What the heck are you talking about? Why are you telling me all this? Now, the theory is undeniable. Kuja's actions prove it. All things live to perish. At last, life has uncovered this truth. Now, it is time to end this world. What do you mean by that? I exist for one purpose. To return everything back to the zero world, where there is no life and no crystal to give life. In a world of nothing, fear does not exist. This is the world that all life desires. Who the hell do you think you are? You're not ending anything. Never. Not as long as we have the will to live. Foolish creature. Your fears have already deluded you. One day, you will choose destruction over existence, as Kuja did. When he sought to destroy the crystal, the purpose of life ended. Now, come, enter the zero world that you desire. No! We'll destroy you and prove you wrong! And through our memories, future generations will see that we can overcome any fear. We can't give up now. We have to fight together. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. Our memories will live on inside others. So, even if we are born to die, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna live! Woo! Oh boy, this is our final party. Let's go. Don't screw up. Poor Beebs. He's like, oh, okay, thanks. Dusts his knees off. He's so precious. I leave everything in your hands. To Steiner, that's nice. Especially after, you know, they worked together back in Alexandria. Yes, I won't let you down, Lady Freya. come back after you kill bad guy. I prepare big meal for everyone. And I'll help you, Queena. Aiko's kitchen. And of course, please accept my powers. I love that. When I was a kid, I wanted to find every possible combination for what the characters said to each other, but I never really got around to it. We're ready. Let's do this. We've come too far to lose now. Let's just wrap this up and go home. All of us. Final battle! So ominous. Yikes! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. The music's gonna loop a little bit more, that's okay. I like it when it times just perfectly. Okay guys, get ready, this is gonna be intense. Okay. We're okay. We're alright. We're okay. Here we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we are, here we are. Good old Necron. The darkness of eternity. I know a lot of people don't enjoy, oh, I missed! Don't enjoy Necron as the final boss. I can take him or leave him. I don't think he's a bad final boss. Were we at, oh boy, were we a little blindsided? Yes, of course. But it makes sense given the context of, you know, Kuja did this thing and awoke Necron and now he's here to destroy the world, you know? Aw, man. Alright. Come on, Eiko. Come on, Eiko. Up and at him. Up and at him. Let's go. Starting to just... No, not Grand Cross. No! Oh, man. This early? Okay. Let's see what happens. At the very least, it's a long animation so we can rebuild our HP. Poor Vivi's just dead. Oh boy. Come on, Eiko. Come on. Come on. Come on. More HP. More HP. Oh boy. Yeah, I think a second boss was needed. If it had just been Kuja, I don't think it would have worked as well. And also Kuja needed a chance to... Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, that's not so bad. Alright, you, full life, BB. Do we have any ailments on us? Oh, Steiner just has silence and blind. That is not bad. Okay, there you go. Okay, we gotta build our team back up. Yeah, silence is a problem. Echo screen. Alright, Beebs, you're back. That wasn't so bad. It could have been a whole lot worse. Grand Cross is nasty. Oh, not Neutron Ring. Eiko's gonna die. Eiko's gonna die. Why did I have Vivi focus? The good thing about focusing with Vivi is if he dies and comes back up, it doesn't negate the focusing. Oh, she's gonna die. She's gonna die. She's gonna die. She didn't die. All right, Steiner's dead. Right, I need you to just Kiraga everyone. I feel like he's getting a lot of attacks in. It's so unfair. Didn't you already cast Shell? This feels unfair. It's not letting us have a look in. Right, I think we need to drop a flare. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Come on, Echo. And then we'll full life Steiner and hopefully we can start jabbing him in the face. Not blue shockwave. Every attack is so strong. So strong. Right. That's okay. We're going to full life Steiner first. Buy some time. Auto regen does its thing, you know. That Kuja fight was so easy. It's making me work now. I was like, that was a little too easy. Only 2,700. Oh, yeah. We're going to be here for a while. At least we're close to trance now. Alright, Beeves. No. Focus one more time. Try and get you a little bit stronger. It's protect and shell. No, I swear. Right, Steiner. Zardine. Kiraga everyone. Sword, magic, flare, attack. And we'll keep an eye on those trance bars. It might be a slow grind for this one. God, it's casting shell and protect a lot. Alright, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, that wasn't totally awful. Alright, Thieves. Let's try again. Would Meteor be more? Get our health back up. Okay. It's been a long journey to get here. Left sword. Should probably summon as well. Wow, that one was good. That one was decent damage. Nice. I want to summon, but she really needs to be on curing duty. No, not Necron. Can you imagine? Alright, Steiner, keep flaring. And we'll give you an ether soon. I'm gonna keep Zidane on standby because he's not doing a lot. We'll use some elixirs. I want Eiko to summon to see how effective it is. So very selfish, Necron. Viraga. At least he doesn't cast Reflect on himself. That's something. We're going okay, but you know what that means. There's going to be a Grand Cross soon. Oh, I really didn't need to use that Kiraga because he caught up. Oh well. Right. Here's where the beefy stuff is. Here we go. He's going to Grand Cross soon, I know it, so I'm just waiting. Oh, that one wasn't as good. That's alright. Yeah, there it is. We're just gonna stand by. Wait and see. This could be bad. We need everyone available to like throw remedies at each other. Especially Eiko. Sometimes they just drop dead after Grand Cross. They just die. This is a really nasty move. He's literally destroying the universe. Okay. Wait for it. Okay, Eiko's dead. We need to revive. Zynane's gonna die. Stein is mini. Actually, let's just let Zidane die. BB's got heat. Oh god, this is bad. Let Zidane die because he's zombied. I don't know if zombie will... actually, I don't think it'll undo itself. Oh god. Alright. Steiner, yep, you're unminied. Quick! Nah, he's gonna die. Yep, he's dead. Full life? Vivi's out of control. Not Neutron Ring, no, we're gonna die! Steiner's gonna survive. Steiner's gonna be the only one that survives. I mean, he might die. We might be dead. This might be it. Please. Okay. Alright. Okay. Wait. Elixirs don't bring you back to life, do they? No. Okay. It's as hard as I remember it. Oh boy. I feel like all I'm doing is healing myself. Okay. Aiko. Jesus Christ. Actually, this might be more effective. And Steiner's chanced. Okay. You know what, Steiner? Just go for it. Come on, Aiko. Come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ooh, this is what we need. And the long one too, yes. I don't think we've summoned Phoenix yet this playthrough. Isn't it beautiful? Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. And bring us to life. I love Phoenix. It's the best. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh no, because Zidane's got zombie. What a waste. Okay, we just need to keep Steiner alive, that's all. Alright, what cures zombie, 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 magic tag. Okay, zombie. Attack, and then full life. Sorry, Zidane. Steiner's... We did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. Zidane's dead. Pretend he's alive. Why defy your fate? And look, we're getting teleported out. Who do you think's doing that for us? Is the will to live that powerful? Yes, yes it is. That's what this game is all about. It's about living. I really like how the eyes slowly close as it gets destroyed. Like they go, dit, dit, dit. In the HD remaster, they got rid of that and the eyes just stay open. I noticed. It's so much better having them close as it's getting destroyed. Bye, Necron Toodles. All right. This is not the end. I am eternal. As long as there is life and death. Yes, but while we have the will to live, you ain't coming back. We did it, you guys! We beat the game! Oh no, it's too late. Are you all right? I've always loved that extra animation they put in there with his arms wrapped around her as a kid. I was like, oh my god! Yeah, but look at what's happening. So, what Kuja said was true. The Aifa tree is beginning its violent reaction. What's gonna happen? I don't know, but it doesn't look good. They were like, huh? How did we get here? Kuja teleported them out. I doubt anyone could have survived that explosion. No! Captain! They are still alive. What? Where are they? Over there. The Hildegard is probably closer. You, the tall one. Sir, Hagen, Pluto Knight the 8th, ma'am. I didn't ask for your name. Contact the Hildegard right away. Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. Beatrix is like, how does Steiner deal with these fools? Please be alive. Sire, we're receiving a transmission from the Red Rose. Punch it up on the main line. This is the Red Rose. You're not General Beatrix. Who are you? My name is Makoto. Everyone is alive. You are very close to them. What? How do you know? I can hear him. Who? Prepare to land immediately! Yes, sir. Yes, Regent. We're here. Okay. That's the Hildegard 3. Looks like Sid came to rescue us. So, just while I think of it, just so you know, for this part of the ending, I'm going to give my full commentary. But when we get to the point where the text goes automatically without my control, I'm not going to commentate. I'm just going to read it and enjoy it. And then we'll break it down after the credits roll. Just so you know. Sid! Thank heavens, you're all safe! Come quickly, we don't have much time! Alright, let's hop to it. Let's go. Farewell, Zidane. Ah, damn it. What's wrong? Why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up with you all later. I have to take care of something. What? He's still alive. He can't be. Zidane, what are you doing? Steiner, take care of Dagger. What? What do you mean by that? Kuja's still alive. I can't just leave him. This is ludicrous. Just because you two are from the same planet doesn't mean... No, that's not the reason. Come on, Zidane! Why are you doing this? Because I might have done the same thing if I were in his shoes. I probably would have fought against you guys and wreaked havoc in Gaia like he did. I know it sounds crazy, but I know, deep down inside, I have to do this. You not crazy, Zidane. But you go help Kuja, not good idea. It's too dangerous. I can't just leave him. There's no way I could live with myself. You know, this goes way deeper than even his mantra of you don't need a reason to help people. Because if this had happened 2 discs ago, I don't think he would have gone to save him. He would have been like, well, he did all these bad things, so he deserves to die. I think Zidane's really learned something from Dagger, from her actions at the end of disc 2. You know, they had that big argument because he didn't understand why she still wanted to save her mother despite the atrocities that she had committed. But he's learned from her. And now here he is wanting to help Kuja, whose hands are just as bloodstained as Bran's were. But he knows that it's a life that could be saved. And he has to do this. So I think that's really special that Dagger taught him that. And they've learned from each other throughout this whole story. And alongside of each other as well. And if that ain't love, I don't know what is. I'm going. You're making a big mistake. Maybe, but we all have to make big decisions in life sometimes. For me, now's that time. I have to face up to it, just like Vivi did when he confronted his fears to find out about himself. That was a big decision for Vivi. I don't know about that. I don't think it was really a big deal. That's what you think, but I might not be doing this if it weren't for you. You've definitely taught me to take life more seriously. Well, you're obviously not going to change your mind, so I'm coming with you. The principle of knighthood requires that one assist his comrade in times of need. I shall accompany you as well. Whoa, wait a minute. Like I said, it's my moment, so don't butt in. You guys will have your own someday. Besides, you guys have more important things to worry about, like Bermesia and Alexandria. For once in your life, why can't you be honest? Sorry, but I can't just walk away. It goes against my nature. Ugh. You're a real simpleton. Forget it, guys. There's no stopping this fool. What are y'all still doing out here? Get on board right now! Come on, let's just leave him and get out of here. That guy will never change. Alright, you heard the man. Get out of here before it's too late. Zidane, I love you! You'd better come back! Zidane, I need to eat more different food. I still hungry! You need come back! Take me more places! Show me more food! I still can't believe you're doing this. You've changed, Zidane. Till we meet again. Zidane, you've taught me another big lesson in life. Thanks. Zidane. Princess, we must go. Dagger, I mean, Your Highness. The abduction is over. I can't take you any further. I'm sorry for being so selfish. No, you're not being selfish. You've done so much for us. Not the music. If it weren't for you, I probably would have led a meaningless life. With you, I was able to see so much of the world and meet so many people. We faced many hardships too, but I think I finally know what's important. I'm so fortunate to have met you. I'll never forget our trip together. Thank you, Zidane. And she bows to him and he's on his knees. I really love that. This is such a callback to the first time they met, when Zidane got on his knees and put on that formal facade and said, I shall hereby do my best to kidnap you. And now here he is saying, the abduction is over. I can't take you any further. I really like that they're putting on this formal veneer, because to talk as who they are now, they wouldn't bear to part from each other. They're both putting it on to make it easier to say goodbye. But they both know deep down. Oh my god. And this pause here that she takes, even from the first moment I finished this game, I feel like She's deliberating. She knows that they're putting on this formal facade and she's thinking about breaking it. She's thinking about, should I do it? Should I tell him? But in the end, she chooses to keep it up. Because I just know if she broke it and broke down to him and said, you can't go, I don't think he could have gone. But she knows he has to do this. She has to let him do this. Just like he's let her be brave and strong and try new things throughout this whole journey. This is his moment to shine, and she needs to let him do it. And even Steiner understands the fragility of this moment, and he's giving them that space that they need. She's thinking. Oh. Promise me one thing. He's come back. I promise. I love that she asked him that because there's not yet a promise that he has not kept for her. He has never broken any of his promises to her, and she knows he won't break this one, or at least she's hoping not. No, look how she leans over the deck. She can't. She wants to look at him for as long as possible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kuja, can you hear me? I'm coming to get you. You still have time. Forget about me and go. Just shut up and stay where you are. I don't understand you. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh my god, Zidane! You thief with a heart of gold, you! This scene makes me laugh. It's a little bit silly, but it adds lightness to the ending that we need. You got this. That wasn't so hard. Whoa! Oh, he's such a show-off. Ah! Yikes! He has to save him. There he is. A little thud. Oh my goodness. Phew, still alive. I guess that was pretty crazy. Hey, are you all right? Zidane? What are you doing here? I thought I told you to go. Wouldn't you do the same thing for me if you knew I was dying? Never mind. The original Japanese is much better because he doesn't say that. He says, do I need a reason to help someone? And Kuja gives an ellipses and he gives an ellipses. It's not a joke. It's thoughtful and somber. Do I need a reason to help you? Your comrades were able to escape? Yeah, I knew you had something to do with it. I'm glad they made it. Yeah, well, it's our turn to get moving. I don't deserve to live after all that I've done. I'm useless to this world. No one's useless. You helped us escape, remember? After you guys beat me, I had nothing left. Nothing more to lose. Then, I finally realized what it means to live. I guess I was too late. Hey, don't you go dying on me, all right? He protects him with his whole body. Kuja, what you did was wrong. But you gave us all one thing. Hope. We were all created for the wrong reason, but you alone defied our fate. We do not want to forget this. We want your memory to live on forever. To remind us that we were not created for the wrong reason. That our life has meaning. Sometime later. So, this is Alexandria. Pick up the pace, will ya? I don't believe it! Vivi! Vivi? How do you know that name? What are you talking about? It's me, Puck! How could you forget me? Puck? You know, Puck. The Prince of Bermesia? Oh, come on, what's wrong with you? If you're not Vivi, then who are you? I'm... Vivi's son. Yow! Look at all the Vivis! Look at them all just toddling along. I always talked about you, Zidane. How you were a very special person to us. Because you taught us all how important life is. Freya, you're leaving soon, are you not? Yes, I can hardly wait to see everyone. Alexandria. I went there many years ago. It's not raining. How long will it take to rebuild Vermesia? I don't care, as long as I am with you. I love you, Freya. Yet he still doesn't remember our past. I just want to cherish our time right now. You taught me that life doesn't last forever. That's why we have to help each other and live life to the fullest. Baby. It's time to say goodbye to this room. Save the Queen. You have served me well. My duty is finished here. Farewell, Alexandria. Even if you say goodbye, you'll always be in our hearts. So I know we're not alone anymore. Hey. Why are you going to Alexandria? You're not going? I never said that. Hey, wait! Why I was born, how I wanted to live. Thanks for giving me time to think. I think back to when they were in Madain Sari and Vivi was telling Zidane about his worries. Good food, not only delicious. Good food made with heart. It's very important when cooking for friends. Look how slow he's talking now. To keep doing what you set your heart on. It's a very hard thing to do. We were all so courageous. Hurry! We gotta get there before the play begins! There's no need to hurry. The theatre ship is no match for my new ship. My new Hildegard is the fastest ship ever. Do I have to remind you? You said the same thing about the theatre ship. That's what you said, Father. Eiko, what did you just call me? Darling, she called you Father. Father! Mother! Hurry! Say it again, Eiko. What to do when I felt lonely? That was the only thing you couldn't teach me. But we need to figure out the answer for ourselves. Beatrix! Where are you going? Please don't ask. My mind is already set. Wait! Listen to me! I never wish to lose you again! Steiner. Let us protect the Queen together. And she runs to him. I'm so happy I met everyone. I wish we could have gone on more adventures. But I guess we all have to say goodbye someday. No, no, I don't want to say goodbye. That's why I always come back. Alright, you scumbags, we're almost there. Been a long time since we saw Alexandria. Let's give them a show they won't forget. Yeehaw! Break a leg, people! Everyone, thank you. Farewell. My memories will be part of the sky. Baby, don't go. His time was up. Oh, look at her. I need to add a note while I think of it. I've got my list of notes of things I want to talk about at the end. Okay, I've got it. The theatre ship will arrive any minute. It's been so long. I can't wait to see everyone. But it'll never be the same. I have to let go of the past. I have to move on, just like he taught me. No. Okay, I have to read fast now. We've got this. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. Our heroine, Princess Cornelia, is torn from her lover, Marcus. She attempts to flee the castle, only to be captured by her father, King Leo. Tonight's story begins when Marcus and Cornelia decide to run away together. And now, Your Royal Majesty, Queen Garnet, Lord Steiner, Lady Beatrix, noble ladies and lords, and our rooftop viewers, Tantalus proudly presents I Want to Be Your Canary. Marcus? Sweet Marcus, I fear I love thee more than I should. Princess, wilt thou be happy, married to a lowly peasant such as I? Prithee, call me princess no more. Marcus, wilt thou truly cherish me, the king's only daughter? Or is such a desire too dear to wish for? After our nuptials, shall I become no more than a puppet? A mindless puppet, never to laugh, never to cry? I wish to live my life under the sky. At times I shall laugh, at other times cry. For no life is more insincere than that lived as a masquerade. So much consideration thou hast given it, but worry not. Cast away thy trappings of royalty, and I shall swaddle thee in a gown of pure love. Pray, my love, make me thy canary to keep forever in the cage of thy bosom. Let us embark on the first ship tomorrow, before dawn can tell of our elopement. All my fortunes at thy foot I lay, and I shall follow thee around the world. No cloud, no squall shall hinder us. Oh, love is the sweetest joy and the wildest woe. All I wish is to be by my sweet Marcus's side. Fie, it shall be war again unless this marriage is stopped. Ne'er will I let their plan come to fruition. Good day to ye, Highness. Good day. Wist thee of Marcus? Marcus, what news dost thou bring? This. Ah! We get an extra scene because we have the hammer. Where is she? Where has mine only daughter gone? Blank, good man, hast thou seen Cornelia? Worry not, Majesty. I shall make sure Cornelia marries Prince Schneider. Be thou at ease. At ease, thou sayest? How can I rest not knowing she is safe? Could it be thou hast betrayed me? By my troth, sir, I betrayed none other than poor Marcus. Thou had the gall to betray thy dearest friend. Wouldst thou not betray me as swiftly? Stay thy hand. I merely... I merely sought a lasting peace between the two kingdoms. The traitor is dead. Oh, cruel fate. You two, quickly find Cornelia and bring her before me. Yes, your majesty. Wretched daughter, how dare she disobey her father's wishes? Here we go. The last scene. The time for our departure is long past. Where is Cornelia? Marcus, the ship soon embarks. Board ye this ship alone, and peace could come to both kingdoms, as Blank said so. Speak, Marcus. She told me that she could not live without me. So, the sun is our enemy too. The eastern sky grows bright. Will we not spread our wings as yonder birds in joyous flight? Hark, Marcus, they cannot wait any longer. The ship departs. Could she have betrayed me? Nay, ne'er would my love speak false. I must have faith. She shall appear if I only believe. As the sun lends me no ear, I pray instead to the twin moons. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Bring my beloved dagger to me. He's back. He survived. She can't believe it. Oh my God, she thought he was dead this whole time. She'd lost hope. But there's not yet a promise that Zidane Tribal has not kept to his beloved dagger. Let her through. Imagine how sad she must have been without him. Like, it's been a long time. When you lose someone you love, you start forgetting things about them. You know, the details in their face and their voice and their smell. She would have been forgetting all of that stuff and wishing she had something of him. And here, her royal pendant. And she has to choose. She chooses love. She throws her crown away. You get him. How could you do this to me? Their journey's only just beginning. How did you survive? I didn't have a choice. I had to live. I wanted to come home to you. So, I sang your song. Our song.
Alone for a while, I've been searching through the dark for traces of the love you left inside my lonely heart. To weave by picking up the pieces that remain, melodies of life.
Looking back at our journey.
Lost refrain.
These lyrics are so beautiful.
In my dearest memories,
Vivi.
I see you reaching out to me.
Why did he have to die? Someone so full of life, being given such a short time to live, and yet he made the most of it. I love everything about this game. Everything. Baby is the heart and soul of this game. He really is.
So far and away, see the bird as it flies by, riding through the shadows
Of the clouds up in the sky.
I've laid my memories and dreams upon those wings. Live them now and see what
Tomorrow brings.
in your dearest memories. Do you remember loving me? Was it fate that brought us close and now
She's come so far. As far as strong female characters go, you don't get much stronger than Garnet. Everything that she went through, and she kept going. She never stopped. Even when she was at her lowest, she kept trying. Even when she didn't know what to do or what the right thing to do was. She just kept trying.
Melodies of life to the sky beyond the flying birds. Forever and then I should leave this lonely world behind. Your voice will still remember our melody. Now I know we'll carry on. Melodies of life come circle round and grow deep in our hearts as long as we remember.
And they all came for us. The Final Fantasy theme. Just to add insult to injury, eh? There they are. Reunited. And all the little babies. All of his sons. But he's not there. And I love this. I love the imagery of, you know, a Gaian and a Terran coming together in love. Final Fantasy 9. When I first finished this game, I reckon I spent an hour just on this screen listening to this music and thinking about everything that had come to pass in this game. And that beautiful ending. It could not have ended better if they tried. And of course it's the prelude that's playing. That flute gets me every time. Every time. It really gives you that sense that the characters have gone on to be really happy and they're enjoying their lives together and living their lives to the fullest. Like, it gives you that sense that even though it's the end, it's okay. They're gonna be okay. But it also makes you really sad because you're not gonna see them again. It's like when you read a good book and you've been with these characters for so long and you turn that last page and that's it. There's no more. You have to say goodbye. As Vivi says, we all have to say goodbye someday. Oh boy. This ending touched me to my core when I was a child. Because when I first played it, I really thought Zidane had died. And at that point, you know, there hadn't been many movies or TV shows or games I'd played where they would dare to kill off a main character. So I was just in disbelief. I remember thinking, no, they can't have killed him off. Absolutely not. He's the main character. He can't have died. And then you go through the motions of the ending and you're like, oh my god, everyone's talking about him and saying thank you and they're moving on. He's actually gone. But then I remember that moment that the hooded Marcus came back on. I was like, wait, those are his gloves, right? Those are his gloves. He's alive. Those are his gloves. And I just remember just that hope in my heart. It's gotta be him. And then he pulls his cape off and it is. It is. Their reunion is so beautiful. Alright, I've got a lot of things I want to talk about. I've got my list. Let's work our way through it, shall we? Alright, let's see what I want to talk about. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, I already talked about that. I want to talk about the English localization and how it was really confusing for people to tell who was saying the final monologue. Obviously we know now it was Vivi. When I was a child, I thought it was each character speaking about Zidane. Like they would show that scene and then it would be that character. So I thought the first one was Vivi's. What was the second one? Oh, who was it that was second? Was it Freya? Possibly. And then I thought that one was Freya and so on and so forth. Especially the one that plays after Quina, because it's the one where the text moves really slowly. So I thought, oh, Quina's talking really slowly because they're trying to slow it down and talk using proper grammar and stuff. No, it was Vivi the whole time, and that just makes it even more heartbreaking because when I first played this and finished this game, I didn't realise that Vivi had passed away. And for many years, I didn't realise that. But it makes sense. You know, he's got, what, 12 months to live? And the game took about 3 months according to the original timeline, and he'd been alive 3 months prior to that. So he was only halfway through his life by the time we said goodbye to Zidane. So about 6 months after that, he would have passed away. But I love that in that time, he went back to the Black Mage Village. He figured out a way to make more Black Mages and leave that legacy behind for them. And clearly he's told them stories about Zidane and passed on their adventure together and what that meant to him. And it really breaks my heart that Vivi never knew that Zidane was alive. And Zidane never got to say goodbye to Vivi. Because their relationship is really special. Oh my god, get it together, girl. Alright. So yeah, I love that it's Vivi talking at the end and saying goodbye not only to his friends, but to us, the player. Oh god. I want to talk about Dagger's final little speech, how she says, "It's been so long, I can't wait to see everyone, but it'll never be the same. I have to let go of the past, I have to move on just like he taught me." The Japanese version dives even deeper. She says, "I have to stop crying all the time and turn tears into courage." Like, think about the last time Dagger sees him from that view atop the airship, and there's never any proof that he's died except the sound of the explosion of the Aifa tree. But she knows in her heart he's gonna try his best to come back to her, but eventually she has to accept he's not coming back. My personal opinion on the matter, especially taking the official timeline into account, the game ends in March, late March. I reckon he took 9 months to return, and that it's the following year, and it's on her 17th birthday that he returns. And I know a lot of people think it would be longer because of her hair, but what you have to keep in mind is that this is a game from the 2000s, and modeling new models for, you know, the characters, both in cutscenes and in CGI, was really difficult. Like, if you watch the official Square Enix documentary about Final Fantasy IX, the person who had the idea for Dagger cutting her hair, he had to convince the team to make another model of her because it was really hard and it costs a lot of money to do. So, look, I really think her hair grew that long. Lots of people use that as, I know, he took 2 or 3 years because her hair grew all the way back. Hair doesn't grow that quickly, but you have to take into account the graphical, you know, limitations at the time. So if they could, I'm sure they would have given her medium length hair, but it would have just cost too much money and taken too much time. So I personally think he took 9 months to return to her. I think any longer than that, it would be really hard to explain why. And I'll talk about how I think he got home as well a little bit later. But in that 9 months, just imagine how heartbroken she would have been. There would have been a point where she would have accepted, he's not coming home, he's gone. You know, and that's when they would have gotten together and Vivi would have given that speech about him, and she never got to tell him that she loved him. And he never got to tell her because they put on that formal facade before they said goodbye because it would have been too hard otherwise. But I bet every day she would have regretted that decision, and she would have just wished that she could have told him so that at least he knew. And she would have been just devastated. And Steiner and Beatrix would have been listening to her crying and not knowing how to comfort her. And even imagine like her finding a little piece of him, like on the airship, an old shirt he wore, one of his little white handkerchiefs from his pocket, anything that he had used, anything that smelled like him or reminded her of him, and her just clutching onto that for dear life because it's the only piece of him she has left, because all she had was him when he was around. It's just devastating to think about, so I'm really happy that they got their happy ending and that they got to be together. So I think that when the Aifa tree had its violent reaction, Kuja would have died straight away. He was already really injured. I think it would have been an instant death, but Xining would have been gravely injured but just holding on. And the thing that kept him going was the motivation to come home to Dagger and to all his friends. And he would have started singing her song straight away. I think the Aifa tree had like completely collapsed in on itself, so there was no way out. I think he would have buried Kuja somewhere or somehow got him back to the Black Mage village to give him a proper memorial. beside the other black mages. You know, as ironic as that is, they are the same. They were all puppets made to destroy, but they all defied their fate. And then I think he would have spent days or weeks just trying to hack his way out of the Aifa tree. And remember, those roots went everywhere, all over Gaia, blocking pathways. You know, fossil root was gone. There's no way he could have gotten through there. There are lots of theories about why he took so long to get home, how he got home. I have lots of different theories. My favourite one probably is that, you know, he buried Kuja, he was gravely injured, so he took days and weeks to escape the Aifa tree. When he finally gets out and manages to crawl his way to either Mundane Sari or the Black Mage Village, probably the Black Mage Village, and, you know, all the genomes are there, all the Black Mages are there, and they would have been there to help him recover, put him in bed and be like, okay, you need to rest. And I reckon the Black Mages would have been like, well, let's get a letter to the Moogle and let's let everyone know you're alright. But Zidane would have already been hatching this plan in his head of this surprise, and he would have been like, no, wait, I've got an idea. But send a letter to the Tantalus boys, tell them to come and get me. But I don't know how they would have gotten him because there's no airships that can fly without mist yet. I mean, I don't think it would have taken long for Uncle Sid to build a new theatre ship for Baku and to build the new Hildegard, but, you know, let's say for logistic reasons that it took Zidane however many weeks and months to even just get his body back into gear. And recover. By that stage, he would have sent a letter to Tantalus, come and pick me up, I've got this idea. They would have picked him up. He probably still would have been doing, like, he would have needed physical therapy to get back on his feet. He would have been so injured and sick. And then once he was feeling better, he's like, guys, I've got this idea. Hear me out. And they're like, man, you are romantic as hell and this is a stupid idea, but we'll help you. And then they would have started rehearsing and planning it. I don't think they would have told anyone else, in my mind. I know a lot of people like to imagine that Dagger was the only one who didn't know that he had survived and everyone else knew, but I think everyone was surprised. But yeah, there's lots of ideas out there. And, you know, in true Zidane fashion along the way, he probably would have helped the genomes out at the Black Mage Village as well for a little bit. You know, he can't turn away. He can't turn a blind eye to people who need help. So, yeah, that definitely would have held him up a little bit. Let me check my list. Steiner and Beatrix. Okay. That moment between them when he says, I wish never to lose you again, and she runs to him. What an amazing moment of growth for him. That really encompasses everything he's learned throughout this journey. Because at the start of the game, he only protected those he had sworn fealty to the crown, to the queen, and to the princess. But Beatrix, he chose her. He made that decision himself. Not for fealty, not for honor, but for love. And, you know, she's looking for atonement. She's looking to leave Alexandria because she's got all this blood on her hands and she needs to make up for that. And he's not denying her that need, but he's being really selfish and saying, I want you by my side because I love you. Let's do this together. So he's come a really long way, and I love that she runs to him. And he accepts her for every part of her, bloodstained hands and all. And he loves her no matter what. Alright, Freya and Fratley. There's a bit of a translation difference as well between the Japanese and the English in their final scene. So when Fratley says, I love you, Freya, and she thinks in her head, yet he still doesn't remember our past. In the Japanese version, that's not the way it goes. She doesn't even think in her head. She says out loud, it's okay that you've lost your memory. We can make new memories together. I'm really glad that he fell back in love with her again no matter what, and that shows that his love for her is pure. Because in any lifetime, in any reincarnation, he would fall in love with her. Because they're soulmates, they're meant to be together. And that would be really hard for Freya to deal with, her having all the memories of their lifetime together and him only just beginning again, but she would give him that grace and that patience that he needs. So, tell you what, the relationships in this game are just beautiful, just beautiful. Melodies of Life. I really truly believe that the lyrics are written from Dagger's point of view during the time that Zidane was away. And, you know, they allude to Vivi as well, and they allude to the overarching theme of memories and life and death. But when you really break it down, I really just think about Zidane and Dagger's relationship, and it was their song. It's our song. You know, we met, we laughed, we held on fast, and then we said goodbye. Their relationship was a whirlwind. It was over the span of 3 months, according to the timeline. They met, they did laugh. Think about those early days in Dali, when he was teaching her how to talk like an average Joe Blow, and they were giggling together in the shop, and then she would start giving the banter back to him like in Condi Petey, and then they were ripped apart from each other. And who'll hear the echoes of stories never told? Let them ring out loud till they unfold. She's inferring that she's going to tell his story wherever she goes. She's going to tell everyone she meets about her beloved Zidane. Even though you're gone, I'm going to make your memory live on in others. In my dearest memories, I see you reaching out to me. Though you're gone, I still believe you can call out my name. In your dearest memories, do you remember loving me? Was it fate that brought us close and now leaves me behind? It just talks about her heartbreak so much, and about how his voice will carry on their memories inside her heart forever. But she is the luckiest gal in the world because she gets a second chance at love. It came back for her. Not many people can say that they get that, so I really love that it's a happy ending. I want to talk about Vivi. I know we talked about him a lot already, but Vivi is the heart and soul of this game. This game is about death. It's about life and death. It's about dealing with your own mortality and the fact that we are all going to die someday. But you don't let that stop you from living your life to the fullest and from telling the people that you love them. Sorry. Oh my god. Vivi is the heart and soul of this game. And he's so young and pure and innocent. And that's why he gets it. He hasn't been tainted by the bad things that have happened to him, even though horrible things happened to him. So many horrible things, but he didn't let that break who he was. It made him stronger, and it made him hold on to the people he loved even tighter. And to say, you know what, I haven't got long on this earth, but I'm gonna make it count. And I'm gonna leave my mark on the world and leave my love on the world. And he did that, not only through his memories and his friends who will never forget him, but through his sons. And you know, there's a lot of theories as to how they came along, but I really think that Vivi I don't think he would have made them the same way Kuja did with machinery. I think he found some mist somewhere and just had an overwhelming sense of emotion, and it was his magic that brought them to life. And that's why they're his sons, because they were born of his love. That's just my thought. But, you know, or maybe he found another way in the Black Mage Village as he was doing research or something. I'm not sure, but they really came from his love for life. He gave them life to give them the chance to live and to make friends and to find their family the way he had. And that's really special. And I know BB had to die, but it's not fair. We love you, BB. We'll never forget you. Oh, God. Alright. BB is the heart of this game. What I really love about this cast of characters is that it's so easy for me from this moment, like sitting in this moment, listening to this music, and it's so hopeful and full of, you know, looking to the future. I can really imagine the characters' futures and what their lives would have looked like after this moment of reuniting. You know, Zidane living at the castle, him helping the Pluto Knights train, him and Steiner always, you know, razzing each other up. Steiner eventually having to call him Your Highness, and like the vein pops in his head a little bit every time he has to do that when he becomes king or prince consort. Zidane and Dagger going to Bermesia to help Freya and Fratley rebuild their country. I think of all the characters, Freya and Fratley would be the first to have children, and they would have a lot of rat babies. So going to visit them and see how they're going to the Black Mage village and seeing how the genomes are going, inviting Makoto back to Alexandria, taking her to Lindblom to meet Tantalus, and them taking her under their wing as Zidane's little sister. Zidane roping Dagger into theatre shenanigans, you know, helping out at the mini theatre. The whole gang comes to watch and they end up on the stage doing silly things. Just things like that. It's so easy with these characters to imagine how they'd interact and how they would live their lives, and that's how well written they are. Even though there are shortcomings in the English translation, they really were brought to life so beautifully. And I think about Zidane going back to the Black Mage village and visiting the graveyard and laying BB's stuff down at the grave where he rests. That's what I wanted to talk about every time I went to that area, but I didn't want to spoil it. But every time I visit there, I always think about that moment where Zidane would have said goodbye to him properly, because he didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him. Like, you know, Queen cooking an amazing meal for everyone the night that they reunite, everyone having a big party at Alexandria Castle. Aiko becoming the Princess of Lindblom, just like she watched Dagger and she wants to be just like her, and now she gets that chance, and being adopted by Sid and Hilda, and goodness would they spoil her. They would spoil her rotten. And her growing up and being just as sassy but still so wise and so regal, just like Dagger is. And everyone going to Lindblom to watch her be coronated, you know, those kind of things, those beautiful moments. Dagger trying to teach Zidane how to be royal and trying to teach him, like, table etiquette, and he's just not getting it, and they're just giggling. He knows how to dance, though. At every royal ball, he already knows how to dance, and they tear up the dance floor. And they would have children as well. I love imagining the post-game life that they lead, and I think it's perfect just the way it is. You know, the developers did think about making a sequel to this game shortly after it came out, but obviously it didn't do as well as they thought, and they canned that idea. But I'm so glad they didn't, because this is perfect as it is. I'm most happy just having my imaginings about their lives and them having a happy future, because that's all they deserve. We don't want any more bad things to happen to them. Just your normal everyday stuff, you know? Just rebuilding Gaia, rebuilding all the cities and, yeah, making new generations and teaching them their journey. You know, Alexandria becoming the first safe place that the Black Mages can visit without fear that they're going to be hurt by people who remember the war. Like, yeah, my favourite thing is to think about new headcanons for the future, for their future after the ending. Especially Zidane and Dagger. Like, the opportunities are endless. They would make a great team as King and Queen of Alexandria, and I know a lot of people think that Zidane wouldn't cope with castle life, and that's fine to have that opinion, but I disagree. I think there'd be plenty for him to do. And, you know, he just wants to be with Dagger. He doesn't care where, he doesn't care how, he's just happy to be with her. And they would both be out there all the time in the community, talking to the people, helping out. He would be helping the poorer population with all their troubles because he's been there. He knows what it's like to have nothing, to have no money, and to just have the clothes on your back and your family. So that would be a cause close to his heart that he would always be working towards. You know, he'd be going to help rebuild Bermesia. He'd be visiting the Black Mage Village all the time. He would be kept very busy. I don't think he'd be bored being by Garnet's side in the castle. Yeah, they would work really well together. Alright. I don't have the words to describe what this game means to me. I sit here listening to this music, sitting on the end screen, wishing it wasn't over, but feeling so grateful to have gone on this journey. And what a great privilege it was for me to finish this game at the tender age of 11. From that moment, it just ingrained itself in my heart forever. And that's why I play it again and again and again, to relive that magic, to revisit the world, to fall in love with the characters all over again. Because this game teaches you so many important things. To hold on to your loved ones tight, to tell them that you love them. Because in the end, nothing lasts forever. And we need to live. We need to live our lives knowing that it's going to end one day, but that's okay, because the joy of living far outweighs the fear of death, and Mr. 288 taught us that. I love this game so much, and I'm so grateful it exists as it is, and it has its flaws. I won't deny you that, but I don't care. It's perfect in my eyes. The fact that I've been playing this game for over 20 years and it still gets me like this. It touches my heart every time. I love the characters, I love the story. I love the feeling that it gives you. I can't even describe the feeling I get to you when I sit here on this screen and listen to this music. My heart just swells with this bittersweet emotion. And it's so, so special. Alright. That's all I wanted to talk about, I think. I'm sure I'll finish this and be like, oh, I should have said that, but that's okay. All you have to know is I love this game. And I love the love story. The two top things about this game is Vivi and the love story between Zidane and Dagger. That's what makes it really special for me. So, what we're going to do now is I have one final show and tell for you before we say goodbye. I have a few more drawings to show you from my childhood and a few other little things that I made around the time that I finished this game. So, let's have a look. All right, I have a few things on the computer to show you first from my very, very old hard drive. So this first thing I'm going to show you when I was maybe 11 or 12. I would have been 11 actually. My dad had this book and it was HTML for dummies. And I picked it up and read through it, and it taught you how to make a very basic website. Not that it ever went live or anything, it was just on my computer. But I thought I'd have a little look at it. I haven't looked at it in a very long time. Just keep in mind I was 11 years old when I wrote this stuff, so I'm sure it's not very good. Let's have a look. Like, look at this, I even have a little menu. I had a little squiz earlier, but I didn't look at all of them. Let's see, Final Fantasy IX, all you ever needed to know. This is my very, very first webpage, and I think it looks cool. My webpage will be about Final Fantasy IX. My favourite game is the collection of Final Fantasy games, but my favourite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy IX. If you have played the game or even finished it, read on. I finished it just recently. Hang on. Is that the date it was made? Modified. Yeah, I reckon it would have been made earlier than that. But anyway. Final Fantasy IX is mainly about a 16-year-old boy who doesn't know where he came from. His name is Zidane Tribal. I am glad you chose to see this site because it has heaps of cheats, hints, side quests, minigames, and loads more. The following page contains characters. Let's have a look. I'm not going to read everything to you, but this is fun. The story takes place as our hero Zidane steps into the main room of an airship, Prima Vista. Where's your capital letter, sweetheart? He and his bandit friends are on a mission to kidnap heir to the throne of Alexandria, Princess Garnet. As he briefly talks to his friends, Cinna, Marcus, and Blank, they all encounter a masked man. God, I'm telling the whole story. Let's skip down a little. What happened to them? Was the princess okay? Did they get out safely? Warning, read and only read if you are finished or nearly finished the game, unless you really want to be spoiled. Zidane. Most people would describe him as inconsiderate, cheeky, rude, stubborn, but he's actually quite friendly, considerate, and a good guy to have around. He is a special genome. He's very special. He was created with a soul. He was to be a slave to his creator, Garland, an evil wizard who wanted to make Gaia into Terra. But Zidane's older brother, Kuja, felt threatened because Zidane was stronger than him. When Zidane was 4, Kuja let out his anger and threw Zidane onto Gaia, where he would be destroyed after Gaia went into Terra. But there was also another special one too, Makoto, who was a bit like Zidane's little sister. Oh my god, that's so funny. Like before, do not read unless you have passed or are on disc free. Dagger, also 16, and Princess of Alexandria. But the thing is, Bran's not her real mother. Her real mother was last with her when she was 6 in a storm at sea in Medain Sari. After the storm, the boat drifted to the Mist Continent, and in the boat, a woman was dead, but the child was still breathing, just taking text straight out of the game. Then they noticed a horn on the girl's head. Bran ordered the horn off and the child screamed in pain. They brought her up as Princess Garnet, and since then she lived with them in Alexandria. Let's have a look. Let's start with the cheats. I had a quick look before. Okay, now it's time for the good stuff. Everyone likes cheats and secrets in video games. That's why I included this part into my website. I love the lack of capital letters. Okay, there are 2 easy ways to kill the lifer tree, see? Told you I called it the lifer tree. 1, if Eiko or Dagger has life, then use it on the lifer tree. This will cause it to die because it is an undead creature. The other way is to have one of your characters give it a phoenix down and have another physically attack it once. It should die. I don't know if that's true. Phoenix cheat. Turn to it, yeah. The 2 chests fall. Ruby cheat. At the very start of the game, when Baku asks if you kidnap Queen Bran, over 65 times, Ruby will run into the room and say, Zidane, you're as stubborn as a mule. That's not how you spell mule. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Unlimited MP. Have Amaranth in your party and make sure he has learned the chakra skill. Also, the minimum NP needed for this trick is 4 MP. Enter a battle and have Amaranth cast chakra on himself. He will restore MP equivalent 20% of his maximum HP. Oh, okay. That's not really unlimited. Yeah, the secret of the Eidolon Wall. Stelazio locations. Believe me, if you want another video clip, you'll do this one. That's the scene with Blank and Baku at the very end. I'm not particularly sure how to get it, but I've heard that you can get it with a chocobo and a dead pepper. They say, ride the chocobo to Shimmering Island. This was back in the days of dial-up internet, so you can imagine when I finished the game, I was like straight on the computer looking up everything I could, but we did not have very good dial-up internet. It was very slow. Like, I'm talking to load one image, it would go bar, bye bar, bye bar, bye bar. It would take a good 5 minutes. YouTube was out of the question. It did not load. All right, let's see what else. Hints. Let's look on the hints page. Wow, there's not many hints, just the Excalibur. Okay, let's see. Well, let's see what else. Mini games. Let's have a look. Great, now we can have some fun. You see, I love mini games. You can get really cool items, but it's usually challenging. That's what makes it fun. Nice. They're all here. I really wanted to play the Nero Brother game, but I missed out. Oh, we forgot to play Blackjack, but that's okay. I was too emotional. You can punch in a code. I don't know it yet, but when I find out, it's Blackjack time. It's so silly. That's what you get for buying the Brady Games guide. Oh God, the whole story. Let's see how far. Whoa! When I finished the story, it was really touching. Well, a boy wouldn't say. You got me, I'm a girl. Not that that's really... Wow. Girl, that's not okay to say. It was a really good ending. That's why I decided to do this page. But you can only read this part if you have finished the game. But if you want to be spoiled, I guess I'll make a exception. Let's see how far I got. Oh, we got up to Madain Sari. That's not bad. What else is there? One-shot fanfic, Trino's auction in despair. This is a little story I made up. I hope you like it and give me any comments or suggestions about it. Oh, I'm 12 now. I'm only 12, so don't be disappointed if it's not what you want. Oh, God, that's so funny. I know I was 11 when I finished the game, but I wasn't far off from being 12. End. Let's see. Okay, it's like a pre-game story about Zidane stealing from the auction house. All right. Pics and clips. This probably, yeah. I used to scan pictures from the walkthrough and put them on the website. I remember they were not very good. Our story maker. Ooh. Ever wanted to be in the story of Final Fantasy IX before, after, or even in the present? Well, you've come to the right place. Are you a boy or a girl? I want to be part of the story after the story. Oh, I want to be part of the story. I'll be a character. Oh, I didn't finish. That's hilarious though. That's so cute. Spoilers and secrets. Dagger's real name. Top 10 sayings. Oh, soft. Zidane, I love you. You'd better come back. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. I'm just making up stuff. This poll was on last week. We also had another poll too. Top 10 speeches. I'm just making stuff up. That's so funny. Yeah, this is obviously my favorite quote in the whole game. Wow. See, look, I thought Dagger said this. Why did I... Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I thought Dagger said this too. Wow, I was way off the ball. Way off the ball. What else is there? FF9 continued a fanfic per se. Oh, doesn't work. All right. Already clicked on that. Uber sweet moments. Come on, I don't even need to ask you to click here. Zidane and Dagger, as many people know, are absolutely perfect for each other, but many people have different opinions on what happens after the game. Do you think they lived happily ever after? What if someone comes back? What if someone dies? That's what fanfictions are created for. Oh my goodness. Are these links to real fanfictions? No. Okay. The heck? Oh, Camp Gaia, I remember this. This is based off a real fanfic called Camp Gaia, but I took the idea and just made it my own. You know, I had no concept of copyright when I was 12. I remember this story. So it's like an AU and Dagger goes to Camp Gaia, even though like going on camps is such an American thing. We don't do that here in Australia. Like we go on school camps, but not like those big summer camps, you know what I mean? Oh my God. And of course she falls in love with Zidane, but Eiko has a crush on Zidane, of course. And Kuja's there. They're playing cricket. Cricket, Garnet said with a curious look on her face. You know, cricket. Hit the ball with the bat, run, hit the wicket, run again. You don't know what cricket is? Eiko yelled. No. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure me and the boys can teach you. You know, Zidane and his friends, they're really good at it. Okay, I won't bore you with any more of this. The ending summary. Zidane and Dagger, the story within. The ending of Final Fantasy IX was very dramatic and strong, but when you watch it, do you think about the depth of its meaning? Why was 12-year-old me so dramatic? Firstly, Zidane goes to save Kuja and Dagger tells him how fortunate she was to have met him and telling him how she felt. Then he promised her that he'd come back. Then we left and found Kuja and the roots came down on them. Then kaboom. After that, it shows Makoto in the background as Zidane talks to Kuja. That's incorrect, it's Makoto talking. But the ending of the story did not in fact answer many questions. No one knows how Zidane got back home, why Makoto was standing there, or if Kuja survived, but to most people he died. And after that, sometime later, appears and the shots from before Zidane came home were shown, along with the speeches after each one. The speeches, who said them? When I first finished the game, I thought every speech was Dagger talking. Ah, that explains it. Because she would have been the one who missed Zidane the most. But now that I think about it, it might not have been her. I read on the internet that it was all Vivi, but I don't really think so. No, I know it was Vivi now. Then I thought, maybe after every scene it was the person in that scene that said it. But then again, it didn't look like Amarant or Steiner would say something like that. But after Queen is one, it says to keep doing what you set your heart on. It's a very hard thing to do. And it's the one where the letters were coming really slowly, not like the others. I thought maybe it was because of what they were saying. Maybe they were saying it slowly. But then I thought that maybe Queen actually tried hard and spoke right, which was why the letters came up slowly. Then I also thought that on one, it says about being so I know we're not alone anymore. I thought Eiko would say that, but it wasn't after Eiko. The one after Eiko was what to do when I felt lonely. That was the only thing you couldn't teach me. I know, I'm confusing you. Who do you think said it? All in all, Square always leaves questions like that hanging after the game, so I guess it's a good thing. It also helps in fanfictions. Like Zidane said, not knowing is half the fun, right? The play. The play was really great. I enjoyed that a lot. I didn't even talk about that, how I love the juxtaposition and the overarching, the way the game begins with I want to be your canary, and then it ends with I want to be your canary as well. It's so beautiful. Plus, I had the hammer first off, so I saw the extra bit anyway. That was, I thought, the best way ever to reunite with her. Watching her favourite play when all of a sudden the man she thought was dead comes out of his disguise. It was so perfect. I loved the whole idea of that. And also, that last bit was great. I never expected it. I mean, when I first saw it, I was all like, he didn't die, did he? No, he couldn't have. He's the main lead. He can't die. And as the play was going, I was like, that's him, isn't it? That's what his hand looks like, right? And then he came out saying, bring my beloved dagger to me. And he got his only wish. Aww, that's a bit cute. That's a bit cute. Rally ho. Rally ho, ye can pass. Welcome to the home of the dwarves. You're welcome to stay. Just don't forget to say rally ho before you can enter this page. Join the dwarfs. You cannot stay unless you become a member of the Rally Ho fan club. Forums are open to members and the welcome page is open to the guests. I'm a member, log in for me. I've never been here, introduce me. Look at this. That's so funny. Back in the days of forums. All right, well, that was the website. Now I'm going to show you some Word documents I made. I mean, look, it's, all I had was MS Paint at the time. What do you expect from me? Look at him. Oh my God, you don't need a reason to help people. This is literally stripped off the back of the game case. Oh, that's funny as. Oh no, not quite. I didn't say this on the case. Befriends a group of good-hearted bandits led by a skilled thief, Zidane, who intends to end the evils of the Queen's plots. I mean, that's not what he intended at the start. Look at baby. Look at his nose. He's like, and I spelled virtue wrong. You don't need a reason to help people. Oh, baby. Sorrow. How do you prove that you exist? Maybe we don't exist. Look at his hat. Yep, this is MS Paint for sure. Any more? Ah! Aggrative. It's not even the right word. Having sworn fealty, must I spend my life in certitude? I got his eyeliner. Are there any more? Nah. Oh, what a shame. Can you believe I tried to type the whole story out? That wasn't going to happen. And then this was my idea for Final Fantasy IX 2. Here's the game cover. It's literally just the same, just with a 2 on the front. This is clearly paint as well. Look at the little PlayStation symbol. 4 discs, 1 player. It's been only a few months since our favourite thief Zidane returned from the Lifer Tree and made it back home to his true love dagger. But the couple have much more troubles ahead of them. An evil source has come back to haunt them, and they doubt how they will take care of this. Will Dagger stay in Alexandria and be the queen, or join the others on the next quest to save the world? Join Zidane and friends as they embark on the next grand adventure and prove that they can overcome any fear. Play with 12 unique new characters, some from the old game, some characters new. They like the most white people names in existence. Oh, I added Beatrix and Fratley, Paige and Caleb. They are not hero names, I'm sorry. No offense if your name is Paige or Caleb. Okay, are you ready for the funniest bit though? The funniest bit is here. Because Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. When did it come out? It was around this time, wasn't it? Like, Kingdom Hearts had already been out. When did Kingdom Hearts come out? Anyway, I reckon the first year I was in high school, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And, you know, I was a big fan of Kingdom Hearts as well. So, check this out. FMV, black screen, clouds appear, words form Square Enix, and then it fades away, and another company appears and fades. Then the lineup, Final Fantasy IX 2, then it zooms into black screen, shows Zidane standing inside the Lifer Tree. Words come up with Zidane speaking them. Do they sound familiar? A soul that wasn't meant to live. A life that didn't have a soul. I want to learn the value of life. Your life and mine. Music like Sanctuary from KH2 starts. I'm just ripping from Kingdom Hearts 2. Evil Forest is panned, and then the camera pans up the hill and onto Alexandria. Fades into closer look at it, then the birds fly by. The birds. Camera quickly pans up to the sky, black screen. Fades into Prima Vista flying, fades into closer look, fades into black. I can guarantee I don't have the vision of it in my brain anymore, but I can guarantee you when I wrote this, I had it so clear in my mind what this looked like. Shows Zidane and Choco coming from around a corner. Zidane looks up from Choco. Camera shows the landscape he's looking at. He looks down at Choco and they ride on. Fades to black. Shows when Zidane and Vivi found the Black Mage village. Fades to when Dagger and her Eidolons extracted from Zorn and Fawn. Then shows Zidane picking her up with Freya, Vivi and Steiner there. Pans to his face looking down at her. Fades to Zidane inside the Lifer Tree after it exploded, waking up. He's really injured, blood and everything. He pulls himself up and sees Kuja. It's not a pretty sight. Shows Zidane's expression. He shuffles closer to him and starts sobbing, talking to him. Oh, that's terrible. Shows Zidane walking into the main entrance of the castle where the picture of Brian is and everything. He says to himself, it's nearly Christmas. All right. There's Christmas in this world now. I wonder what it's going to be like here. It's so dumb. You know what? I have a very vivid memory of me typing this particular part. Zidane and Queena's chat if you choose to see Queena. Hey Queena, how's the food coming along? It's going very good, Zidane turns to him. But I still need cookie, sucky, and frog. Maybe another time, Queena. I just ate and I'm a bit full. Okay, but you need to taste it soon, I owe you. Conversation over. The minigame is in the library. I remember my brother came up behind me, not the brother that introduced me to Final Fantasy, the youngest one. And he was reading it, and I turned around, I was like, go away! And he was like, heh, heh, and he was making fun of me, so that's why I dropped it, because I was so embarrassed. Oh, that's so funny. Now, the second last thing I have to show you is this. So when I was about 9 years old at school, I learned how to make PowerPoint animations. And I just became obsessed. And for the next 3 or 4 years after that, I made a lot of PowerPoint presentations, and one of them was this one. And I basically recreated the ending. Shall we look at it? Let's see if it works sometime later. I'm not going to show you all of it because that would be ridiculous, but let's just skim through it. Look at BB's cylinder head. So this is Alexandria. Run, 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 run. Look at Puck. Oh my god. So I would go into insert shape, and I would go into free draw, and I would literally like draw the shapes, you know what I mean? And I would create all of the characters. Pick up the pace, will ya? I don't believe it, Vivi. Vivi? How do you know that name? The arms going up and down. What are you talking about? It's me, Puck. Puck? You know, Puck. And then he'd come all the little Vivis. Oh my god. Oh, the text is coming one at a time. All right. I always talked about you, Zanine. Wow. Oh, I spelled special right. Good job. Oh. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're going to have they're having a cuddle. That's so funny. How did I do that? I have to look. I have to investigate. I typed one letter at a time. Wow. That's commitment right there. Okay, let's skip to the next thing. Well, hang on, Beatrix. Here we go. Look at her feet. They're just little circles. And the cutout for her boobs. Oh my god. Oh, that's a tiny Save the Queen girl. I did not do her any favors. Oh my goodness. This doesn't hit quite as hard as the real thing. Am I right? Hey. I don't even do their faces. Oh man, that's so funny. What's next? Oh, Queen of... Look, I made the chefs real people. Oh, that's so... Oh my god, look at his tongue. That's so funny. Oh man, I had too much free time as a kid. I did sports and stuff. Oh my god. Hilda and Sid. Oh, he's not even wearing your cape. It's just a jumper and pants. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, look at that picture in the background. It's just two dogs. What the heck? Oh, Steiner, look at him. He's got a very blank stare on his face. Oh, he covered his face. Oh my god. This is so cute. I haven't looked at this in a long, long time. Really long. Okay, what's next? What is happening? Oh my lord. Listen, I didn't have many assets to work with. Look at Baku. Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, let's see what... Whoa, well, you know what? Dagger doesn't look bad. She doesn't look bad. Look at that. I laugh every time I see Beatrix. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's even like looking down. That's nice. Oh, okay, Baku. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's even bowing. Oh my god. Marcus! Look, we can read it at the slow pace we want. We can take as long as we want. I feel like I kept up pretty well, but I was rushing. Oh, that's so funny. Aww. I can hear the music in my head. Aww. No cloud, no squall shall hinder us. When I was a kid, I said hinder instead of hinder. Because I'd never seen or heard of that word before. Oh, that's so funny. Blank! Oh my god. Oh, I got the hammer in this. Whoa! He's dead. Oh my god! Okay, here we go. Here's the best part. Skip, skip, skip. Even the birds. Let's do that again. Ah. Oh, the details, man. The details. Let's see how I do the cape toss. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Not bad. Bring my beloved dagger to me. Ah. Oh, this is a love tribute. Ah. Look at the people in the audience. I'm the lady in the back going. And the boy in the front, he's like, this is disgusting. Adults kissing. Blah. How did you survive? Oh my god. Oh, he's even stroking her hair. Oh my god. Oh, that is. And they're hugging. Oh, big love heart, and a nice close up. That's adorable. That's adorable. Oh, that is gold. That is seriously gold. Okay. One last little bit of show and tell, and then we're going to wrap it up. All right, friends, we're going to do one last little show and tell, and it's going to be some things from my childhood sketchbook. I showed you a couple of them, but I thought it would be really nice to bookend the first episode with a show and tell and the last episode with a show and tell. So let's have a look. Oh, yeah, I couldn't show you this one at the beginning because it's like spoiling the ending. Ah, how cute. They're kissing. I mean, look. I think it's obvious in the end that they were going in for a kiss. Some people don't think so, but I do. All right, let's see what else I've got in here. I know they're more towards the back of the book in here. Because, you know, it starts all sweet and innocent with, like, pictures of cats and dogs, and then I slowly fall into fandom. Oh, look. They're stargazing and some random moogles. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. This is a cute one. This is Christmas time at Alexandria. And I started it on the 16th of the 9th, 2007. Let's see. Look, we're under mistletoe. Need some help, BB? This was when I thought BB was still alive. He's not. Merry Christmas, Freya. And what's that you got there, Steiner? He's got a present for her. That's so cute. And the little chocobo going, "Quack." That's cute. That's adorable. All right, what else have we got in here? Lots of Kingdom Hearts stuff in here as well. When I will play Kingdom Hearts on the channel, and you will see all of the embarrassing artwork there because there's a lot. A lot. Let's see. Oh, that's real embarrassing. There's a phone number in here. I wonder whose phone number that is. Maybe a boy I liked. Let's see. Ooh. Ziddy and Daggy. Oh my god. There are some things that Gil can't buy. For everything else, there's Tetra MasterCard. Sharing the love between Terran and Gaian. LOL, lots of love. I'm showing my age here. Look, I've even got the S's. So sweet. Oh my god, I love happy endings. Listen, hardcore from day one. I am the biggest Zidane and Dagger shipper out there. Oh no, oh, we've lost some drawings. That's okay. I will pick them up. I'll leave you with this one. This one was copied off a picture off the internet. It is not my original idea, but it is very cute. Aww. All right, guys, it's time for our parting words. Well, guys, this is the end of our Final Fantasy IX adventure together. I'm just so happy. I'm really happy I decided to do this, and I'm really happy that you guys have found joy in it. So thank you so much for coming along with me along this ride. If you are so interested, my next game I'll be playing here on the channel will be Final Fantasy VII, which is another game that I grew up playing, not to the same extent that I played this game, but it certainly also gives me a lot of nostalgia and a lot of memories with my big brother who introduced me to the Final Fantasy series. So at the end of this video, I'm going to leave a picture of him and me around the time we were playing games together. as a little tribute to him, of course. But yes, I would love if you would stick around with me for that next adventure. But for now, thank you so, so much for coming with me along this grand adventure with my favorite game in the whole entire world. It has been an amazing ride, and I'm so honored that you would choose to spend your time with me. Thank you so, so much for being here, and I will see you for the next adventure. Bye.